Ooh, Detroit Pistons fans, you are not going to like this one at all because this is a massive steal for the Memphis Grizzlies. Zach Kleiman, Santi Aldama getting to work already this offseason. Jaren Jackson Jr. already getting paid. He got a huge mega deal. Tristan's going to talk more about that, so I'm not going to spoil any of that for you. But Santi Aldama, the stretch four, who's been reliable, getting better each and every year, was supposed to be on the main planner for the Detroit Pistons this summer. That did not turn out to be the case at all, and he is here to stay for the Memphis Grizzlies. Congratulations to Santi Aldama. You're getting paid too, my friend. So what's going on, everybody? Jerry Alatorre covering a major week of free agency news. We had a huge week of NBA draft news, and folks, this is going to be the same, and that's why you don't want to waste any time. You're doing a great job engaging with us. We thank you so much to all the OGs and everyone else who's engaging with us, who's joining the Grizzlies Digest family with us. Hit that subscribe button. It's free. You don't want to miss out on it. Very important times. One of the most important off seasons in Grizzlies history. Let's get right into the content right now from the great Riz God himself, ESPN's Shams Charania. He says restricted free agent Santi Aldama has agreed to a 3-year, $52.5 million deal to return to the Memphis Grizzlies, sources tell ESPN. CAA's Austin Brown, Stephen Hellman, and Max Soderman finalized the deal with the Grizzlies for Aldama, who had a career year last season. And looking at his stats for a brief moment now, of course, that's a very long name he's got there, Santiago Aldama Toledo, and he's got a very beautiful name. 6'11", 224 pounds, born in 2001, 24 years old, from Spain, from Loyola, Maryland. Of course, went to high school in Spain, first drafted by the Utah Jazz in the first round of the 2021 NBA draft. He's grown so much here during his time with Memphis, and looking at his 2024-2025 season, again, growing each year. Points per game, 12.5 points a game, 6.4 rebounds, nearly 3 assists, shooting 48% from the field, nearly pretty much 37% from three-point range, and a pretty decent free throw shooter, around 69%. But the point is, I think he's become more of an important stretch player. I think he's become a more confident slasher. And I've said this also, too, in one of the other videos, but he's gotten more confident driving the ball and dunking the ball. Now, why am I talking about dunking the basketball as if it's like a skill needed to get big deals like this? Well, not necessarily it's important in the game, but sometimes it's a momentum changer, and sometimes you want that confidence for yourself just to be able to know that you've gotten better offensively, putting it on the deck, driving inside, making a spin move, getting to the paint, getting fouled. I mean, just the little things like that, he's gotten so much better, and he used to be just a pure perimeter forward, I think, but he's gotten so much more confident in his jump shot. He's gotten more confident driving the ball, and for a lot of you Memphis fans, some of you, hit that comments section down below, see how you feel about it, because there are definitely plenty of you that were definitely concerned about his defense and how he's become a defensive liability. And those are my words. Those are the words that I'm hearing from X and YouTube, social media, and all that. But his offensive game is very attractive, I think. And you don't want to have a guy, because I've seen this so many times, you don't want to have an attractable piece that is sort of getting to his peak of his career just to eventually trade him to get other pieces. Because then he's going to go off to maybe a team maybe like Detroit. And he's going to thrive and be even better. And then we're going to say, oh, man, I wish we would have kept that Santi Aldama guy, because we had him in the bag and all we had to do was just sign him. And now we don't have to worry about that because he is getting signed and he is getting paid. He's getting paid on a 3-year, a $52.5 million deal to return. This is excellent news for the Memphis Grizzlies, retaining their core of Jaren Jackson, and now Santi Aldama, Ja Morant, obviously the main anchor leading the ship. And, of course, Tristan's going to have more on that, on Jaren Jackson Jr. later on this first evening of free agency. And this is from Keith Smith of the NBA, at Keith Smith NBA on X. And right after Santi Aldama had signed that deal, he says, pretty much all the details from step 1 to step 4. He says step 1, Grizzlies can create about $3.2 million in cap space by renouncing all free agencies except for Santi Aldama, finding someone to take on about $7 million or in salary to get the $10 million necessary to renegotiate and extend Jaren Jackson Jr., pardon me. Step 3, of course, is to re-sign Aldama. Step 4 and beyond is to use the $8.8 million room exception and veteran minimum deals to fill out the roster. And of course, there are other veteran minimum names being thrown around, such as Chris Paul, other guards like Malcolm Brogdon, D'Angelo Russell, other names like that. I don't think those two names are going to get veteran minimum deals because I think they're worth a little bit more than that. But at this point, Chris Paul in his career at 40 years old, probably looking at a veteran minimum deal of some sort. So this was in another article from, I believe this was from Bleacher Report earlier. I want to say it was a few days back. I want to say it was maybe a day after day 1 of draft night. So, yeah, I think it was day 2 of draft night, I think it was, where they had this article about every team's free agent targets. Had about 3 free agent targets for every NBA team. And for the Grizzlies, they had Santi Aldama as the first name on that list. And they say Aldama has become too good of a player for the Memphis Grizzlies to let go of in free agency. The 24-year-old averaged a career-high 12.5 points, 6.4 rebounds, 2.9 assists, and shot 36.8% from 3 last year, mostly in a bench role. Then you talk about Karis LeVert and how he'd be one of those other veteran guys. They bring a veteran scoring punch on the wing that this team needs after trading Desmond Bane. And they also say Clint Capella could hold down the starting center job while Zach Edey recovers from ankle injury. So now they're just starting to talk about more guys that they could get to hopefully fill that void for Zach Edey while he's down. He's probably going to be down until at least the beginning of the 2026 calendar season. At least that's what it sounds like from reports that we've seen before. But if we're talking about who the Memphis Grizzlies could also get, a lot of talks about getting a power forward / center. I think that needs to be their main priority now. I know they got Jaren Jackson Jr. in this ginormous deal that they just figured out, but of course that they need more depth on there. If you're looking at Jay Huff and Marvin Bagley, are you really asking yourselves, can they really hold the fort down for that long in that starting position for about a good 3 months until Zach Edey gets back? I mean, how's that going to look like? So I do think the Grizzlies are out for gold right now. I think they need to get a big man. They need to get someone who's a defensive anchor. Obviously, doesn't hurt if they can score. I mean, if it's the NBA, you got to score, right? But they're obviously beefing up on the defensive end. We've talked a little bit about other guys like Alexander Walker, Ty Jerome, and what's going to happen with them. But in the making of this video, Santi Aldama, Jaren Jackson getting paid. They're here to stay. And that will not conclude Grizzlies offseason just yet, because I think they're going to be a lot more moves. We got to wait and see. But that's going to do it for us here at Grizzlies Digest. If you like this video, can like this video, comment on this video, share this video, leave a comment down below your thoughts on Santi Aldama getting paid. Jared Alatorre saying so long. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.